We as people are always made to feel like we need to solve this global issue of climate crisis, of overconsumption, and I think it's really unfair to put that on individuals when we ourselves are not the culprits behind all of it.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first ever all-female Circular by Design Sustainability Roundtable. I'd like to hear from each of you how you see your work specifically contributing to that transition to a circular economy. And Nicole, as a driving force in the upcycling space, I'd love to start with you.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for having me. Thanks all for coming. But yeah, for me, I mean, really just discovering what the possibilities are with the things that we have, like things that we wouldn't take a second look at and just get rid of it. What if I start from scratch? What if I take this apart and remake it? What happens if I just reevaluate this? By doing that, I feel like I've discovered so many amazing things and the possibilities of things that people really deem as useless.
I think just for me, the more that I make, the more excited I am about waste. If you were to really understand the value of it, you would look at it in a completely different way. I look at waste as opportunity. That's money that companies are throwing away because they can't figure out a way to utilize it.
We're all really just trying to find solutions to a problem, and it's nice that we can talk about it and relate, and like, you know, it feels like something that can be conversational and not some like, you know, burden. Like it can be lighthearted if we want to make it lighthearted.
My childhood was pretty crazy because I was really rambunctious. I loved playing outside, I loved climbing on things, and I was always the kid that was wearing a cast. I got into climbing a couple years ago because I was looking for a sport that I could be competitive with myself. I'm always trying to push myself and create goals and exceed them. I also love climbing for the sake of its being problem solving and always trying to push yourself and figure things out as you go. To me, I like the challenge of being positive about sustainability. I like the challenge of climbing, I like the challenge of making things, and so why not also challenge myself with my ideals. My relationship with sustainability is very personal because I know what it takes to create something from one thing to another. I love when there's almost like a spark of controversy. I love to see people's reactions to things and the community that is created around that.
I know I said I wasn't going to plug, but I'm going to do it because it's really cool that this event is not just here. We actually have a physical component where people are going to come and make physical objects out of used art gear.
Honestly, this one, if you feel like getting like creative with it and, you know, want to try doing something that's even beyond the shape of just a traditional tote bag, like we encourage you to explore a bit. I think when people come to workshops, they always feel nervous and maybe timid at first, and they leave feeling excited and hopeful, and they leave with a piece that they made themselves.
When you have an understanding of how things are made, your value of the things that you have increases substantially. My closet has become circular, and even beyond that, I'm crazy, I will upcycle my own upcycles. And I think that's helped me a lot become a better designer, but also just be able to see like the amount of life cycles that a product realistically can have. I think a lot of brands actually shy away from it because once they touch the word sustainability, they feel like they have a spotlight on them, versus being like, look, we don't have all the answers and we're going to figure this out over time. Let's make a conversation. Let's work together.
Obviously, I'd like to see more action and more change, but I'd like to see people put their money where their mouth is. I think a lot of people just do things as PR moments and don't actually care that much. I'd like to see people put effort in and want to make the changes, not because it's some corporate checklist. Now I'm getting mad.